All right, I just realized that I don't think I've showed you guys our tent package setups and what comes with that when people rent that for our parties. So I'm gonna show you that today. Hi, I'm Emily. I own a mobile video game truck business and a party rental business. And I show people how you can make an extra $300 to $1,000 a week renting out stuff that you own from your house to people having parties and events. We also show game truck info, and we're starting a phone business and a bouquet bar business. So follow along for all the tips and tricks of how you can do that yourself. Okay, so I had a customer return a tent rental from last weekend that they used, and I realized I have never showed you guys, I don't think, what goes all in with our tent rental packages. So I'm just gonna check this stuff in today and show you as I go. First of all, this is how we send our tents. This is a Christmas tree bag. The tents are kind of a pain to put together and take apart with the dowel rods, and they're not, the most sturdy things. So I quickly learned that it's better to be able to give them to people already assembled so that they don't have to put them together and take them apart, and it's easier for us. They stay in better shape that way. So giant Christmas tree bag, they can always stay assembled. Then you just pull them out, and they may need a little bit of like steaming. Sometimes they're a little bit wrinkly, but again, since we are a DIY business where we don't set all this up, that people can do that themselves if they want to. That's not something I'm doing. All right, I'm looking at this. Looks like one of the strings broke as it's coming back. So these are things you have to be aware of, but this is what all of our tents look like. So I'm gonna go through obviously and check all these tents to make sure there's no damage, because this one is already broke. These strings are a little bit cheap, so this is not something I would charge somebody for. It's gonna happen. There's gonna be some usual wear and tear. I'm not gonna charge you for that. I would charge more for like if the fabric was super stained, if the dowels are broken. But little things like this I can easily fix, and I personally don't feel like it's fair to charge a customer for that unless I go through and everything is just blatantly destroyed, then I would. But little things like this here and there are not something I'm personally gonna charge a customer for, because I would not want to be charged as a customer for normal wear and tear. So I try and extend that courtesy. So this is our bag of tents. This is what the customers get. They can pull them out and set them up. Then the second thing we have is they're gonna get a tub. And what's in this tub is all the stuff they need for their tent rental party. So they're gonna have the mattresses. I always, if I have extra mattresses, which we have a ton of these when people rent them out, I always add an extra inflatable mattress or two in there, more than they need, because you never know, sometimes these are not the greatest at holding air. There could be one that has a leak that I've missed. So if I've got extra, why not add a couple extra in there and mitigate that problem before it happens? And I have had people message me and say, hey, one of the mattresses isn't holding air. I'm just using the spare, which is perfect. That's exactly why I do it. Then you're gonna have the sheets. These are the sheets that go on the mattresses. That's in the package. The blankets, there's gonna be a blanket for every set. I have pink or blue. I haven't really invested in any other colors because I haven't needed to. Then they're gonna have the tray. There's a little plastic tray that can go on the end of each bed so the parents can put, goodies and things like that, set up a whole cute little thing. And then you're gonna have to include the electric inflator to blow up the mattresses, because ain't nobody got time to blow those up themselves. And then the other last thing that I include in there is a checklist, and that's gonna let them know how many of each item are in there. And you can see there's more mattresses. Everything else is 5 because they had a quantity of 5, more air mattresses. But this way, when it's time for them to leave and pack this up and bring it back, they can make sure they have a list of everything that I'm expecting to be returned to me. These packages are really easy. I think most people are surprised when they find out that they can come pick up a tent package with their car, like it's just a tub and a Christmas tree bag of tents. But this is one of the popular items. People in my area charge $500 to $800 for one of these tent parties. And when they do that, like, they're bringing it to you, they're setting it all up. They're also doing all of the curated like little goodies. Like they may do monogrammed pillows. They do all kinds of cute stuff. We're not doing that. I'm like, look, this rental for 5 is $75. So this is what it's for. It's for people that are like, I can't afford or don't want to spend $500 to $800 for a sleepover party. I'll rent the equipment for $75. And then they can go buy their own little goodies if they want. That's just not something I'm doing. So yeah, that's our tent rental package. It's very popular, goes out a lot. Let me know if you have any questions and follow along for more details in this industry.